Hey everybody, I just want to do a video today and look at a Bible verse and places that are credited. The building of these places are credited to King Solomon, and I just wanted to look at some real archaeology and see what they say about these sites. This is 1 Kings 9 verse 15. It says this: "And this is the reason of the levy which King Solomon raised, for to build the house of the Lord, and his own house, and Millo, and the wall of Jerusalem, and Hazor, and Megiddo, and Gezer." So these places, and it says the wall of Jerusalem, and Hazor, and Megiddo, and Gezer, they are credited to King Solomon as far as having built them. But let's take a look at each of these sites and see what real archaeology has to say. First of all, Jerusalem and the Millo. And the Millo, I believe, is right across from Temple Mount in Jerusalem. It says this, and I will leave the link for all these sites below. It says, "In Jerusalem, it has not been possible to excavate the Temple Mount. However, extensive excavations in the city, including the areas adjacent to Temple Mount, have not revealed the existence of a Ptolemaic palace complex. Moreover, excavation of the Millo has revealed, due to pottery found in the Millo, that its original construction was also contemporary with the Egyptian 18th dynasty of Amenhotep III. And it even, specifically says the Millo as far as being related to Amenhotep III, and that's exactly what it's credited to Solomon in the Bible. And let's go back to this, and what does it say about Hazor? Well, it says this in this article. It says, "We have archaeological evidence in the case of only 3 of the places listed, Hazor, Megiddo, and Gezer. All were among the Western Asiatic cities conquered by Thutmose III in the middle of the 15th century BCE. This has been confirmed by archaeological digging, which has produced evidence of each city's deconstruction in the right strata for this period. In addition, all 3 cases, evidence has been found of large-scale reconstruction work a half a century later during the reign of Amenhotep III. New royal palaces, temples, ordinary houses, and fortifying walls were established just as the Bible records was also done by King Solomon. In each case, a local ruler was appointed, paying tribute to the pharaoh and enjoying the support of an Egyptian garrison." And I believe this all had to do with the Amarna letters, this diplomacy, these letters that were sent out by Amenhotep III to rulers of other countries in the area, and it was kind of the first sign of diplomacy between countries in ancient times. So let's go back to this, and what does it say about Megiddo? And this talks about the Amarna letters and the ruler of Megiddo sending in one of these Amarna letters to Amenhotep III, and he talks about a neighboring ruler about to invade and destroy his city, Megiddo, and he wants help from Amenhotep III. And this definitely establishes a relationship between Amenhotep III and the ruler of Megiddo, and stuff found at Megiddo, scarabs and cartouches, have bared the names of Amenhotep III. And going back to this here, the verse, let's see what it says about Gezer. And this was a book written about an excavation of Gezer. It says, "At a point on the south side was unearthed a very remarkable, massive brick gateway. The towers on each side of the gate were found still standing to the height of 16 feet, but had evidently been much higher. The passage between the towers was 9 feet wide and 42 feet long, and was roughly paved with stones. Both the gate and the wall to which it belonged had been ruined at an early date, for the former was overlaid by a city which, by the objects, scarabs, etc., buried in it, belonged to the time of Amenhotep III. In other words, this wall and gate were ruined at least as early as 1500 BC. So we have this verse, and it talks about King Solomon building these places, and the wall of Jerusalem and Hazor and Megiddo and Gezer, and all of these places, when real archaeology is done, they all come back to the time of Amenhotep III. Amenhotep III is the biblical Solomon. Hope you thought this was interesting. Have a nice day.